Good evening, Terminators. Today we are going to look at the second series of the fastest way of dropping your troops, and advertised last time that I was able to drop my troops with 6 to 7 seconds, and unfortunately that is no longer true. I'm now able to drop my whole of my troops with 5 to maximum 6 seconds. And the reason is that I'm now using, instead of the 2-finger dropping that I was showing before, I'm using 3 or even 4 fingers for dropping my troops, and that is depending on the number of maybe range infantry I have. So usually I don't have more than 20 or so, usually 3-finger dropping is enough for me, but I can go up to 4. And for iPhone 6 that I'm using, 4-finger dropping is actually the limit that you can do, because iPhone 6 technical limits is it recognizes up to 5 fingers at the same time. So you need 4 fingers for dropping and then 1 finger for selecting the troops. And unfortunately that is the limit for iPhone 6, but I know that new tablets, for example, have 10-finger limit for dropping the troops. So you can actually go even higher than the 4 fingers I'm showing you if you need it, but I highly doubt that you actually will need more than 4 fingers for dropping the troops. So what you need to know when you are dropping your troops with 3 or 4 fingers. First of all, always in the beginning of the battle choose the rally button, because with the rally button you will not activate anything. So you can actually test your troop dropping before you actually start launching them. You can see here I'm using my 4 fingers, 3 fingers here, just testing that everything is working as it should. And when I see that it is reliably starting to drop my troops, for example here, then I start selecting, not earlier, because the thing with the 3 or 4 fingers is that it's of course takes more effort for the device and for yourself to make sure that you don't move any fingers while you're dropping the troops, because you don't want to move the screen, otherwise it will cancel the troop dropping. Thus thus you should avoid moving the screen. And as you can see, when I actually use the rally button in the beginning, then I can reliably actually test that all my fingers are dropping as they should, and only then, when you're absolutely sure, only then start selecting the troops, as I showed in the previous video. And of course always make sure that you are moving your screen in a way that the whole bottom selection of the troops is nice and ready for you to select all the troops. So you can see the last one was with 4 fingers, and it took me like a little bit over 5 seconds. So this time you can see 3 fingers, everything is working, so I start selecting the troops. And yeah, it took me around 6 seconds this time to drop my troops, and the difference comes from the 42 archers, because all the rest of the troops are basically insta spawn as soon as I select them, because I have 3 fingers selected and all the other troops are basically only have 3 troops under them, so it doesn't really matter if it's 4 or 3 fingers. But with the 42 archers you can save up to half a second additionally. So keep practicing, guys. You can get or cut down another second of dropping your troops. Thank you.